Gomez have started 7 games together. Sttugart have not lost one of those 7 games. Mario Gomez 4. Good news from Borussia Dormunt fans. Marco Reus back in the side today. Was Jovan this week of clicks in the dressing room, players not on the same page, and they had a good week of practice. He went with 2, and since then they haven't looked back. It is one of the 2 strikers, Gomez, and looking for a strike. Longer service over the top, and well, Gintner this time trying to chase it. Gintner in one of those up and unders, looking for Ginczek, and Burki comes off his line. And Sttugart coming forward. Yoga with the delivery towards the far post, and it was Ginczek.
Socrates here. Good ball in. And Socrates just gets caught off. He holds his shirt down.
The referee right over it. There's no foul.
And Ginczek did have position.
As far as Sttugart. Another delivery towards the far post. Still not clear. Tommy tries to get it back.
They're applying pressure, corners, set pieces, balls in the box. It's a good opportunity by Tommy, well defended.
Gives away another corner kick.
Sttugart on the front.
Goes down. The referee's going to allow play to continue because Tommy has it in a good position. And he blasts that once. Right for Nuri Sahin. Nice little flick from Philippe. Comes inside, little ball in behind for Batshuayi, and Gomez. Tommy makes a good run forward. Top brack with a little header back, and Burki just about keeps it in. It's going to be Yogo left-footed towards the far post, and Pavard, well, he got away from his marker. Yogo again on the delivery, left-footed towards an near post, well defended by Michy Batshuayi. Yogo. Going to be Yogo left-footed towards the far post. Gomez well positioned.
Central area where Botstuber is, he's trying to go to goal. But he hits it, if he hits it across back where normally you expect Yogo, he puts it in. And Mario Gomez, you'd expect him to do much better. Play it back.
The better.
And that's horrific marking. Free again. The timing was perfect. The voice.
Reus, right for the delivery. Socrates was the intended target, but flick towards the far post. Gentner well positioned. Still Gentner. Gets his cross in. It flashes through the 6 shot. For Dahoud. Sahin looking for the more direct pass over the top for Philippe, and well, you can see what the idea was from Nuri. Smeltzer towards the far post, and it was 1 initially. It still might be 1, and the flashing effort goes.
Keep it down, and it was a deflection in the end. It was Ginter who deflected it, but a head ball in. Pichek gets a free header, just doesn't hit it the way he wants, and Pulisic, his first touch was excellent.
Corner kick. Christian Pulisic. In the 2 players over it, and this time it will be Tommy. He does try and go for goal. I said he's a confident young player.
That ball, you have to hit it so perfectly, and the distance, tough to beat a keeper from 40 yards.
A little bit out of his range.
Definitely confident. He tried to use that knuckleball, the dip, just doesn't hit it quite right.
Yogo, and that one much better from Roman Burki. Quick off his line.
Losing out in the Europa League.
Well, they come forward here, Pulisic. That one is going to go all the way in. I'm not quite sure that's what he meant, but it's worked out for Pulisic. And sometimes when you're not going right going forward, you need a slice of luck. Dortmund have had it. Pulisic with the goal.
A nervy start. They were terrible in this first 37 minutes, but this is exactly what they needed. Pulisic with an opportunity wide. And I'm not sure he meant it, Keith, but it goes in. He makes a positive run. See him in the channel. Good first touch, and he hits it. He's looking for a cross here, and he's fortunate to get it into goal. This is exactly what Dortmund needed. They needed this, and the fans can breathe again. And it's Pulisic. Just couldn't wrap his foot around it for the cross, and he hits the top corner.
Reus out for Sahin, looking back for Reus. Marco Reus! Just wide.
And look at the fans. This is superb technique. Opens his body up, gets his foot across. It's such a difficult. Reus initially plays it. A good little chip by Sahin. And look at this for technique. Comes across it, almost catches that far post. What a chance that was. But only Reus can make the most of that one. Super technique, almost does the impossible.
Losing out though, and well, that would have been a free kick. Referee's going to allow play to continue. Gomez just offside.
Just the timing.
Playing in for Pulisic. Will he get there? He does. Gets his cross in. Pavard only as far as Philippe. And that effort blasted. That will be the final action. Christian Pulisic with the only goal of the first 45 minutes. Dormunt nervy at to that. We'll call it a wonderful strike from Christian Pulisic in the first half, whether it was a cross or not.
At defense, they have chances.
Lovely touch from Batshuayi, in for Şahin, pull back towards Batshuayi, clinical finish. Michy Batshuayi on the score sheet again, and Dortmund have doubled the lead.
And Keith, we talked about Batshuayi, had a quiet first half. We didn't see him at all. He had few touches, and that's what a goal scorer does. He starts the play, gets it to feet, good little flick on it, he goes into the box, he's a striker, finds the space, and that's a clinical, simple finish.
Here again forward from Mahmoud Dahoud towards the far post. Pulisic heads it back, Philip with the effort, Zila with a very good save, it's still gone in, Philip at the second attempt. It was a wonderful move from Dortmund. They have the third goal, and they're on the way to 3 points.
And they do have quality in transition. Once they get the ball in those areas, they have real quality. Dahoud comes from midfield, makes a great run, a good ball, picks out Pulisic, and Pulisic really clever in playing that back into Philippe. Normally you could go for goal, unselfish, sees it.
Footed. He's going to go to his left on this one, tries to get the cross in, and well enough.
Straight at the defender, pushes it wide, and yeah, that's
almost ended up in the back of the net. This time a good save from Zila.
Yeah, and Dahoud does all the work with.
And the switch is going to make its way through for Pulisic. Zila stays on his line. Pulisic back on his right foot. The first one was okay as well this season, wasn't it? We had a couple of goals in that one. Batshuayi. Michy Batshuayi still holding on to it. Tries to go enough on that one. A real opportunity for Pulisic to add to his early goal. Just wide.
And that's a striker. He had other options.
Jump ahead of them in the standings. Here they come forward for more. Philippe well positioned, tries to go towards the far post. Looked like he was trying to pass it in.
For development, I think it's an ideal move for him here at Borussia Dortmund.
And that is the final.
Losing out in the Europa League.
Well, they come forward here. Pulisic, that one is going to go all the way in.
It's a good little flick on by Piszczek. Good first touch, and he just hits it across. I think he just couldn't get a foot around it. He was looking, holds it up, and here's the goal again from Pulisic. Top corner. If he meant it, just couldn't wrap his foot around it for the cross, and he hits the top corner. And he makes a positive run. See him in the channel. Good first touch, and he hits it. He's looking for a cross here, and he's fortunate to get it into the goal.
Caught on that front foot.
I'm sure he'll say he meant it. Just saw the keeper off it.
Well, he couldn't have placed it any better. Over the head of Ron Robertson, who was expecting the...
Exactly what they needed. Pulisic with an opportunity wide. And I'm not sure he meant it, Keith. At defense, they have chances.
Lovely touch from Batshuayi, in for Şahin, pull back towards Batshuayi.
He had few touches, and that's what a goal
season. And the high fives on the bench. Michy Batshuayi on the score sheet again, and Dortmund have doubled the lead. Here again forward from Mahmoud Dahoud towards the far post. Pulisic heads it back. Philip with the effort. Zila with a very good save. It's still. And the second attempt. It was a wonderful move from Dortmund. They have the third goal. On the way to 3 points.
Ball back in. He hits it well. And Philippe on the score sheet. Initially hits it, a good save by Zieler, but gets a second one with the follow-up. Comes from midfield, makes a great run, a good ball, picks out Pulisic, and Pulisic really clever in quality in transition. Once they get